Hello, my name is Ronald Armstrong, and in this presentation I will be going over Group 1's Japan Training Plan Part 2, Technical Skills. Though a project manager will understand their job, there can be problems that a project manager will face while conducting business in a foreign country. And in this training will help the project manager with the skills needed to overcome those problems. This is a three-part series. In the first part, we went over the strategic business and management in Japan. So let's get started. In this presentation, I will be going over the purpose of the training objectives we use to teach the technical skills that will be required while doing business in Japan, the life cycle management for doing business in Japan, and finally I'll wrap this part of the series up with a summary of the training. So let's go to the purpose of this training. The purpose of this training plan is to train project managers on the technical skills that will be required for conducting business relations with Japanese businessmen and women. The training plan consists of a 2-week course with a classroom portion and a practical portion. There is a pre-test to determine if a project manager has any prior knowledge and a post-test to gauge what information the project manager took away after this training. So what are the training objectives of this training plan? Again, this is a 2-block training instruction. Block 1 will focus on the classroom portion of the training. During this block, we will focus on the 4 environments: social, cultural, business, and political environments for Japan. The training strategy is sequential. The sequential ordering of the prerequisite skills and knowledge can be accomplished through the hierarchical task analysis. Block 2 is all about the practical application of information learned in Block 1. We'll spend time reviewing the information learned in Block 1 and then using that information in a simulated business experience. The objectives is to provide the training plan overview, material, and communicate expectations and participation through the training. Provide a background on each criteria in Japan's culture for understanding the levels of influence. Provide the project managers with an understanding on the social institutions in place and practiced in Japan, with an emphasis on the impact on the quality of life. Provide the project managers with an understanding on Japan's political environment, population involvement, and the impact on business regulations. The economic environment is to gain an understanding behind Japan's current economy through key economic indicators, providing them the knowledge to ensure financial contracts are carried out. Then there will be the day in the life of a Japan business environment. And this is to provide realistic scenarios to the project managers and what will be encountered in Japan. And through meaningful constructive feedback, debrief project managers' performance in the simulated Japan business meeting and dinner. The organization will contract 4 instructors from Japan, along with 3 project managers in the organization who have had direct experience working in Japan on previous projects to prepare project managers to work in Japan. The material that will be used for this training will be handouts that the instructors will give you, demonstrations by the instructors on etiquette, and the room will have computers that each project manager can use for notes or videos. There will also be a pre-test before the training as well as a post-test after the training. So now let's look at the life cycle of this training. The life cycle management will look like one similar to an agile project. Since this training will be short in duration to project managers, it will be taught with sequential sequence of instruction using the 2-block method. Meetings for planning, testing, implementation, as well as feedback will be done through sprints. After the feedback has been given by each project manager on the instruction, changes will be made and iterations will occur for the instruction for the next set of project managers to go through this training. The training plan will be an evolving document, so the more project managers we will have, the more effective our training will be. The foundation for constraints and impacts to perform in an international business in Japan is derived from the scorecard and SWOT analysis. The scorecard's evaluation on the cultural, social, business, and political environments have provided resources and levels of influence on environmental criteria. Furthermore, the SWOT analysis confirms the environmental factors for each criterion that requires knowledge and additional training. Through both the scorecard and SWOT analysis, the culture environment has been identified as an area of concentration. Culture helps define what is permissible and inappropriate behavior, and the project managers require a solid foundation to build a working relationship with the Japanese partners. Culture and communication in Japan will be integrated into all training agendas to reinforce the learning outcomes. The project managers working on the global 7km mesh non-hydrostatic model intercomparison project for improving typhoon forecasts, or the TYM IPG7, will require knowledge and practical skills to perform in a challenging environment in Japan. The company's expectations are to provide the project managers with the knowledge, tools, and experience to transition and integrate smoothly in a Japan business environment. In conclusion, I went over the purpose of the training plan, the training objectives, the lifecycle management for this training, and the summary. I would like to thank you for viewing this presentation and have a good day.